What's up, everybody? Should I cover up the I'm probably gonna have to cover up. I ain't got no tape with me. Now I just gotta sit here and ignore how many people might be paying attention to me. But I kept on hearing about how this is supposed to be called the rapture, right? And do y'all realize? First of all, let me address this. I wish I could get like one of the tarot card readers to come in here and do their little tarot card introduction where they get rid of the spirits and do the the Palo Santo, sage kind of thing. But let's just say it like this. I'm gonna be on here bullshitting for a hot minute because the rapture, what is it, right? Like, I didn't even know this was supposed to be a rapture day, and this guy, like, it's minutes of horror, right? And then it's I think he's got one called Seconds of Horror. But he did mention how it's supposed to happen September 23rd, midday. Like they say in that one movie with Steve Colbert, I think is his name. And so, I'm really just feeling myself right now. And I thought I'd make a little post because I had a minute. By the way, every piece of music that you're about to hear is something that I made with the assistance of modern technology, maybe, or not, or at least improved in that manner. And so, just take it with a grain of salt. You feel what I'm saying?
At Walgreens,
So,
we know here
look,
in
it had to
Philly,
do the
year
ad
after
for me,
year
right?
can be a downer. What's never a downer? Radio DJs.
Listen up, party people! Before you hit the streets, hit
So how I got on this vibe is I was sitting up here looking at, I got a channel on Facebook called Super Pride. It's called Super Pride because if you're black, if you're African American, you got one type of pride. But if you're African American and LGBTQ, you got super pride. Because you got to be proud of being black and proud of being LGBTQ. Now imagine that still being part of the rapture. I don't view the rapture as what everybody else views the rapture. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's because I had this download one day about the seraphim. S-E-R-A. Is it P-H-I-M? Listen, Mr. Let Go keeps talking about the Charlie. I don't even feel like I can say names on YouTube. This is so anti-American. To not feel like you can say names in places. Like, it's certain nouns we cannot speak of. That's why my name is She Whose Name Shall Not Be Mentioned. But, he keep addressing this one issue. So it's Mr. Let Go. Okay? And, he keeps talking about how do all the people around him, around this guy who was just done wrong for real, or was he? Like, is he still alive somewhere? Because there might have been a trap door. I'm just saying. As the esoteric thought, there might have been a trap door, right? But, because it looks weird. Like, I've set up stages before. And I've never put these black things under the stages. And it's been a while. I don't know if that's new. But if you look at the side of the stage, it's like this black plastic container, maybe on wheels looking thing, right? And if you're looking at the screen on Mr. Let Go's video, it's on the left side. Because I have seen this from the left side and the right side. And I'm like, what the fuck am I looking at? Why did sometimes this spot go from here up here, and then other times it's like I don't understand what we're looking at or what time zone we're on or what dimension we are fucking now living on. I really don't understand. Alright, the point is that I might have forgot that point. The point is that that's my song. That's my song. So don't strike me. Alright. So let's get to our banners and then we'll continue on. And I think that's gonna give me another commercial and another song, so we should be good there. I have songs that I didn't want to put out because I didn't want the energies to be aware, you know what I'm saying, that we knew what they were up to. But there's obviously some bullshit going on. So I've already done, if you go back in my videos, I did this one, and it wasn't a tarot card reading because I'm not a tarot card reader. Like, I really don't understand what they're doing. I don't understand who the Page of Cups is or the Ace of Swords. I don't really get it. I'm trying to learn it, but my hands get really cramped up sometimes. And I feel like that action would uncramp them. So I've been trying to study it more, like maybe I'm drawn to it, right? But this thing about the rapture, if you study seraphim are angels. Let me see if I can pull it up for y'all. Give me a second. Alright, so that was the point, because I can't see shit on my screen, especially this one over here. And so Mr. Let Go kept saying, how the fuck do they still all have on their sunglasses? Sorry, God. Sorry, y'all. I gotta let them go. Alright. So, Seraphim. Let me put this up for y'all. 1 second. See if I can grab this off of here. Yay! Oh, that's the wrong thing. See if we can show this one. And this one don't even need to show. Why is Couch Revolutionaries up there? Let's take that one off. Okay. Because I was going through this thing where I was showing like the protest videos, and I was like, the people that stay at home are the Couch Revolutionaries. But somebody else said it first. I like my hair low. I really do, y'all. It feels so good. Because if you are a targeted individual, you totally understand a short haircut. Like, I live in a country. It's obviously bugs that are smaller than the square inches on the screen that are able to get through. I don't understand it. But shit, I ain't got time for them to be calling on me either. Alright. Oh, we gotta post some patches. So, I want you to see it, but I kind of don't because I keep fucking up the screen. But I was just sitting here thinking how the Seraphim, because the other day I was really thinking about Anita Baker. The Anita Baker, like, you know, the song, Caught Up in the Rapture. And this is supposed to be a rapture day, but I kind of didn't realize it till last night. And it is after a full moon. And I was doing the Children of Light thing, which has to do with the sacrificing of the red heifer. But the sacrificing of the red heifer, underlined with this Charlie Kirk thing, is a lot. In conjunction with the moon phases and this quote unquote being a rapture day, and then them having some sort of lighting ceremony. They're having some sort of lighting ceremony in the place where they were sacrificing the heifer. Okay? So, you know, the first one that they did back in August, I think, August the 3rd, was supposed to be a fake one. So, did they do a real one? And I'm just not convinced that when they say to us that they're sacrificing a heifer, that they're actually not sacrificing something else. I don't believe it. But mind you, I'm protected by my seal. This is my sigil, okay? I don't believe that what they're telling us is actually what's going on. I just don't. How am I supposed to believe you? And we got the most absurd unaliving that I've ever seen in all of my life. Like, it outdoes everything. Like, I'm glad that this technology and this social media was. Well, I'm glad, but I'm not glad, right? Wasn't around back in the 60s and 70s when our leaders were being taken out, because um, you make it seem like you're fucking lying. And like I said in somebody else's chat the other day, where the hell is Dan Bongino? Because we haven't heard from him since he decided not to be part of the psyops. It's like, did y'all do something to him? And that's why y'all got Cash out here, articulating, because he like, yo, if I don't say something, they gonna do the same thing to me. Like, y'all be using people as an example, but I asked to the ancestors that this all be revealed, that you ain't allowed to do it no more, because this is ridiculous. Like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? It's really ridiculous. Stand up on your bullshit. Why did you think you was gonna be allowed to disobey God forever? Why do you think that you're more powerful than the creator who created the heavens and the earth? Right now we got 7. Count them. We have 7 different, they didn't even call them asteroids at this point. I forget. Go to Stephen Burns' channel for the rest of that. Because at some point, first he started saying they was green. And he was saying, yo, asteroids don't turn green. And then I see a video on YouTube that says it's brighter green. And I'm like, what is happening, right? Alright, hold on. Let me get this screen up, y'all, so we can talk about the Seraphim. And then, it's 7 things headed to Earth. And the thing is, back a while ago, it was this lady on TikTok who had translated with her husband through don't be scared, a Ouija board, something that called itself 7. So the caption over there is Save 7. Okay? And all of a sudden, it's 7 things about to come into our atmosphere. Y'all scared. I'm not scared. I'm too goofy to be scared about this shit. Y'all have fucked up. You should not be doing the shit that you're doing. In the name of the Creator, you should not be doing the shit that you're doing. You should have never thought that you could get away with it. That is the issue here. Shout out to all my tarot card readers. She's a seer. I have no cut cards. I wish y'all could all get along. I don't know who's karmic and who's not. I think She's a Seer is awesome. It's a couple of them that's really, really light. You can tell by their background and their channel they light. But they be going hard. I'm like, yo, that's the spirit team you need. SAA criminal reads, SAA karmic reads. Like, for real, it's like listening to what's about to come out on the news. That's how tarot works on YouTube, in my humble opinion. Alright, so let me try to get this up for y'all real quick, and then we're going to discuss Seraphim. And only if you have been in the rapture can you understand that there's another terminology for the rapture. Was there a rapture? We're going to talk about it. Give me a second here to add this up. Days, say it's just a season, just a little haze. Say it's from the factories, say it's from the mills, say it's from the gas burning in the hills. But I see birds fly high and drop mid-air. See dogs start running, but they don't know where. Shout out to everybody that's been trying to go hard on the D4VD videos. Yo, why was I really tripping one day and I was like, maybe it's D for Viddy, like Divi for Viddy. And I was like, nah, man. This dude's name is D4VD. Listen, y'all, I just want to warn you younger people. There was this shit in the 60s and 70s called acid. And they really put up, it's this video on YouTube right now called, I think it starts off saying Manson House. And where this guy had really studied Charles Manson and where he lived and how he got put on acid. And because he was listen, think about Diddy when I say this. Sorry, you decided to do it, my brother. Okay? All y'all, Jay-Z, if you decided to do this, you can't expect somebody like me to support you because somebody like me was a person that was getting beat up by this shit, okay? So you can't expect me to support you, okay? It's like, why did you do it? Did you think you was gonna become God? Like, the man lied to you. Can the devil fool him? No, not nowadays, bro. You feel what I'm saying? All right, let me finish this up real quick. Let me get you online with this, and then we're gonna talk about it. Cause I need to hide my side, okay? All right, so this video goes into. Here we go. All right, so this. Give me 1 second, please. All right, so this video goes into how I need to make some butter. The video goes into how this doctor, okay, think about it, degree credential motherfuckers, okay, is doing this shit to people. So you think about D4VD or David, whatever. I'm not calling him David. That's a number 4, bitch. D4VD. Okay? But it talks about how he let's read about the seraphim first. The seraphim are the highest choir of angels in many Christian and Jewish traditions. Their name means the burning ones, glowing with divine fire and love. Can you imagine divine fire and love? Okay? Alright. They're often described, imagine you was with somebody who was glowing with divine fire and love. They're often described as surrounding God's throne, crying, holy, 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 the holiest of holies, okay? Because that's the inner room. The holiest of holies is the inner room. What's that? Alright. They're often described as surrounding God's throne, crying, holy, holy, holy. In art and mysticism, they can appear with 6 wings, 2 covering their faces, 2 covering their feet, and 2 for flying. That's deep. They represent purity, fiery love, and closeness to God's presence. The rapture, though, in Christian belief, especially in evangelical traditions, the rapture is the moment when believers are caught up into the sky to meet Christ at his return. Can I just share something with y'all? They say that when you have sex, you are seeing the face of God. Like during orgasm is the only time you see the face of God. The Christian belief is that the rapture is the moment when believers are caught up. Okay? I'm just saying, right? Into the sky to meet Christ at his return. When does Christ return? When you're caught up. That's all I'm going to say. You figure it out. If you haven't experienced it yet, I don't know if it's a blessing or a curse to you. You have to decide that. I think it's not a blessing or a curse. You haven't got there yet. And the way this world is trying to get you to go, you will not get there. And that's what they need. They need a lack of love in order to keep this place as distraught as it is. Okay? It's linked to passages like 1 Thessalonians 4:16 through 17. The dead in Christ shall rise first. Then we who are alive will be caught up together with them in the clouds. Interpretations differ. Some see it as a sudden vanishing, others as a collective spiritual ascension. When you put them together, if the seraphim are burning ones of love, okay? Then imagining them in the rapture means picturing them ushering humanity into divine fire and union. The rapture becomes not just an escape, but a transformation into love, holiness, and light, guided by the seraphim. Spiritually, it can be seen as the soul being caught up in a fiery embrace of God's love. Listen, what's a spiritual rapture? A spiritual rapture, it says, let me try to zoom in so you could really see. Because this was my whole point in even researching it. How did I get this? Go watch Angels and Demons. Go watch, go read the book, The Lost Symbol. Spiritually, the rapture, when you put the seraphim and the rapture together, then spiritually, it can be seen as the soul. You can't sell your soul, not really. Okay, so even all of y'all who are going through this because you have destiny swapped illegally, spiritually illegally, okay, you still cannot do this. Okay, you still, in other words, when I was studying the Final Call newspaper, people, this is when I learned about a book called The Price of Redemption. You can be redeemed because we are in a world full of tricks. Okay? So but there's a price to be paid for redemption. So, spiritually, you can get your soul back because it was never yours to sell. And once you come into the full knowledge of that, and you submit into your own line of what your destiny was, not the one you chose to swap with, not the one they paid you to swap with, but your destiny, then you will understand that spiritually, the rapture, it can be seen as the soul being caught up in a fiery embrace of God's love, escorted by the seraphim. Hey, I'll leave it up all day. This video will not be here tomorrow. Okay? It's a download. And sometimes the downloads have so many distributions and they expire. And that's all I'm going to say. I don't think since we're not going to fight enough for love and we're not going to fight enough for peace, then this can exist for long. This actual video, because it is a download. Spiritually, the rapture is the soul being caught up by a fiery embrace of God's love, escorted by the seraphim. That's deep. And that's really all I got for you. That's all I wanted to share, because some people have sold their homes thinking that this is the fucking rapture. Can you imagine somebody who has a house but doesn't have a knowledge of what this rapture, what else spiritually this rapture means? You know, the other day, here, let me add this in. So, tell me, because, you know, this young lady who passed, see, you got to understand that this ceremony they're having, this ceremony of what is it called? This red heifer sacrifice. It's about children. Because the children have to be raised in a certain way, or otherwise they cannot be qualified to sacrifice the heifer. So it's really a bunch of fucking adults who have fucked up. And it's about using a child to make them, the fucked up adults, be pure enough so that they never pass. And to do that, they take a child and raise it in a lofty place above some rocks and never allow it to go outside. This is so goofy. They never allow this child to go outside. And this is the one they choose to sacrifice this heifer. And it isn't even one child. It's like 4 different kids they use to sacrifice this heifer. And then like the last one who does the last part of the sacrifice, I'm like, that might be the one they trick. Because he gotta be cleansed in a certain way and go in last. It's like, it's really strange. I just don't trust it. And it's because of the femininity about me, right? Like, it's like, wait a minute. You want me to go along with the idea that in order for y'all to just have y'all people be able to live forever, we gotta go through Armageddon and everything, and what ushers that in is you sacrificing a cow, a red specific cow with no blemishes, which is a virgin. When you don't have an impurity, you're a virgin, okay? And this little girl that D4VD was messing around with was born on, she passed on September 8th, and that is the Queen Mary, the Virgin Mary's conception or something, but let me find out, because it's about to tell us. One more. It is about to tell us, folks.
The Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I...
All right. The Mary the Virgin. It says it right here, okay? Mary the Virgin. And why is September 8th connected to her?
Mind if I get a selfie?
September the 8th, the day that this young girl who's connected to D4VD, which isn't David he's the father of Solomon, right? Or either the other way around. I'll look it up next. Okay? You gotta look at the names in this bullshit. I'm gonna leave this up all day. Maybe till, I don't know. So I feel like it. This will not be up forever. Okay? In the Catholic and Orthodox and some Anglican traditions, September 8th is celebrated as the Nativity. That makes me want to pull out the cards, folks. Because I have the cards that talk about the Nativity. Somewhere along the line, we run into this. By the way, today is Rosh Hashanah, so you don't know if they sacrifice another heifer today. And the point is, we've had this young girl pass, and we've had Charlie Kirk pass, okay? So, Nativity, whatever. It's a sacrifice as the nativity birth of the Virgin Mary. So, September 8th was supposed to be the birth of the Virgin Mary. And Rosh Hashanah, today is the 23rd. See if I have a card about September 23rd. Because I made some cards to guess, because they don't tell us the truth, when they were going to actually be sacrificing this heifer. Okay? Now, I don't know what happened here in the dates, but if you look on YouTube, they're saying there's some ceremony going on today. And Rosh Hashanah was September the 15th. Okay? You might just get that for a second. It was supposed to be. Alright? Thanks for not listening. Then that way I can keep my train of thought. I appreciate you. I am on card number 31, or I would do another level of reading. So, in the feast is celebrated 9 months after December 8th. Because I kept thinking to myself, like, how can they celebrate the birth of a virgin? Like, you wouldn't know she was a virgin when she was born. And I started thinking, duh. The reason why they did that was because she was born and she was a virgin. And so they went back, as it says here, 9 months after September 8th. The feast is celebrated 9 months after September 8th, which is the Feast of the Immaculate Conception. The belief that Mary was conceived without original sin in the womb of her mother, Saint Anne. Saint Anne was Mary's mother, and she gave birth to her on December the 8th. And the reason why they started celebrating her on September the 8th is because that's 9 months after, so it would have been when she was born, right? Wait a minute. I guess that's when she was conceived. Wow. And this young lady, this Rivaris young girl that dated D4VD, she was pregnant. And this is about, wow, oh man, oh, do y'all hear it? I hope they didn't, because I was watching somebody's channel yesterday, and they were saying that her abdomen was missing. I think this was on Sean Davey Way, that her abdomen had been removed. And you know, Jeffrey Epstein was into all this, what do you call that? When you mess with the DNA and all that. He was into all that. Did they? And when you look at that little girl that D4VD was messing around with, I hope y'all know she looks like an ancient muse that I have seen on like the History Channel somewhere, of either an Incan or a Mayan person. She really does. If you don't know, I'm so sorry. And what I feel is that their bloodlines and their genetics have been targeted for this. And either D4VD is possessed, okay, or he is under an acid trip. They are MK altering his ass so that he will be, how can I say it? So that he will do what they need done. Okay? And that's if he did it. But he at least, because who knows? Who really knows if he did it? You know what I'm saying? It could have been Gus. The baby could have been by Gus. How the fuck we ever gonna know who this baby by? We ain't gonna know. But we talking about the Seraphim too. Okay? We talking about D4VD too, and we talking about the red heifer sacrifice all at the same time. Alright. Wow. Mary's parents are Anne and Joachim. Do y'all know that El Chapo's name is Joaquin? Y'all know that, right? And who the fuck is Gus Gustavo? Tradition holds that Mary was born to Saint Anne and Saint Joachim, an elderly couple who had already is giving me Batman. Already is giving me they took this baby from its original parents. Okay. Tradition holds that Mary was born to Saint. Because how the hell is the elderly couple who had been childless and prayed for a child? They got that child from, parents got into a horse accident. Their story parallels other biblical births of long-awaited children like Sarah. I just don't believe it. Oh, we got such problems on this earth, guys. And that's why we having a rapture. That's why. According to apocryphal writings like Proto-Evangelium of James, a second century Christian text, and the angel announced to Anne and Joachim, I gotta do this now. Okay, we doing it next. We doing what is El Chapo's full name. Meaning of Mary's birth. Mary's birth is seen as the dawn before the sunrise. I know there's something in here about the fucking sunrise. These damn cards that I made. I know there's a sunrise when I swear to God. Her life and purity, and that girl would have been pure, okay? Because she was young. That's why they really want them young. It's because they're after the purity. Child of light, the 20-year-old hidden. Okay, you ain't gonna see. The 20-year-old hidden preparer represents secret knowledge, purity, and sacred sacrifice unseen by the world. Unseen by the world. All right, let's find the sunrise. Dawn before the sunrise. Okay, her life and purity symbolize the beginning of it. You know, I am Jumper. I don't know what Jumper means. Like this morning, I saw somebody's called Jumpers, and then it's called Adam No Jumper. I don't know if we're supposed to be jumping or not. But here's how we jump. I skip. Okay. So I skip around, and the ADHD is a blessing at this point, and you gotta keep up if you can. And if you don't get it, that's fine, because at the end, we all gonna know. Her life and purity symbolize the beginning of humanity's redemption. The liturgy for September 8 often praises her as the joy of the world. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. December 8th is the Immaculate Conception. Mary conceived at St. Anne's womb. In St. Anne's womb. September 8th is the nativity of Mary, her birth. Wow, she was conceived on December the 8th, but she was born September the 8th. Wow. And that's when they had this little, man, you gotta layer this all together. You understand what I'm saying? Alright. Well, I gotta take a break. And I'll be back. Y'all can hang on if y'all want to. I'll be back.
Save big money on everything you need for your next project at Menards. Add energy efficiency to your home with Johns Manville oil-faced foam board insulation. These reflective panels add a continuous layer of insulation to your exterior walls to save on your energy bill. Save big on Johns Manville foam board insulation. Plus, check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all the great deals happening now.
Trying to not think, but my mind's too loud, like a radio playing when I wanna tune out.
Alright, for those of you that stuck around, I appreciate you. And I'm back. I want some crackers. Alright, September 25th is the indication. Gabriel, what else I say we was gonna look up here, y'all? Oh, yo, man. Gustavo, right? Okay, what is... Because, you know, they're all after these artifacts. Like, they all had, like, the Lance of Longus and these things. They were after these artifacts. Even down to Hitler, they're after these artifacts and these certain kind of women. Okay? So, Joaquin Guzman. They called the boy that the girl was with before David, Gus. They said his name was Gustavo. Gus. Joaquin Avocado. Okay. They called his ass. This is his full name. El Chapo's full name is Joaquin. And I just want to remind you that Mary's, the Virgin Mary's parents' name is Saint Anne. Okay? And Joachim, Joachim. They called the dude Gus that the little girl had been with before David, okay? And El Chapo's name is Guzman. Joaquin. Joaquin. And Joa. Let's see where. Joachi. Joachim. It's awfully fucking similar, don't you think? Okay. Now let's talk about, real quick. He was born April the 4th. Do we got April the 4th up here? Nope. Good. Because I didn't need it to make any more fucking sense than it already does to me. Alright. Wow, it means short man. Chapo means short man. That's deep, ain't it? It's kind of short. It's kind of deep to me. Anyway. Alright, let's do this last one real quick. So, the last one I wanted to do was El Chapo and... Damn, they called him El Mayo too? I didn't know they called him Mayo. Wow. I don't know, y'all. It's really kind of deep when you think about all this shit all together. Like, they had removed this girl's stomach. It comes from the word Chaparo, which means short or stumpy. I don't know why he would have liked that name. He probably liked it because he chopped people up, honestly. Like, I'll make your ass short calling me short. Nativity of Jesus. What was the last one I was about to look up? We'll hang out for a hot second till I try to remember, because this is the Rapture Day, right? We started off with the Raptures, the burning ones. The Seraphim are the burning ones. His name is D4. Oh, that's what it was. Alright. Tell me about Jesus. Tell me about David.
She ain't coming back, she was somebody new. While I sit here haunted by the things we do, she let him in, let him get close. Wouldn't even let me use her home as a post. I was the backup, the body, the crutch. She called me love, but I wasn't enough. So while my brain's still playing,
What y'all have to remember is that while all this is going on, they are sacrificing heifers. Okay?
her touch was real, but her love was cold. So why the hell do I still lose control? I'm fighting.
David was Israel's second king. Okay? Deeply desired to build a permanent temple for the Lord in Jerusalem. Now, the problem is, y'all, oh, the Axis Mundi is there. I know why I ain't got no watchers, because they all watching this ceremony that's going on over there. Okay? David was Israel's second king, deeply desired. Who was the first king of Israel? We'll go back. He deeply desired to build a permanent temple for the Lord in Jerusalem. Check 1, 2. Oh, I'm not getting no sound. Is that what's up? Check 1, 2. Check, 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 check. Okay, well, it's gonna be something. We're getting the mic. We're working on it. Okay. Instead of the portable tabernacle used since Moses' time. Inside this place where they got the Dome of the Rock and all that, there is a rock that's there that is supposed to be the center of where Earth was created. This is what they're really fighting over. Like I said, it's about artifacts. God, however, told David. Now, David is Israel's second king. His son is Solomon. And Solomon has the ring that controls all these demons. Okay? God, however, told Damon through the prophet Nathan that he would not build it because he had shed much blood in wars. God told David through Nathan that he would not build it because you done killed too many motherfuckers. Listen, the reason why they sacrificed the heifer is because they've been around death. It's to purify them from being around death because God told them that you couldn't build a temple for the Lord in Jerusalem because you have shed so much blood, according to 1 Chronicles 28:3. Instead, God promised David that his son would build the temple and that David's dynasty would endure. 2 Samuel 7:12-16. Still, David gathered vast amounts of material: cedar, wood, stone, gold, silver, iron, bronze, precious stones for his son Solomon to use. So he got the materials together so that Solomon could build the temple. King Solomon's temple, the first temple. Solomon, David's son, became king after him and fulfilled the mission. He built the temple around 960 BCE. Solomon began building the first temple on Mount Moriah, the site linked with Abraham's near sacrifice of. So this stone that's in there must be the same one that God told Abraham to sacrifice his son Isaac on. Remember this part of the Bible, y'all? The construction took 7 years. Save 7. Save 7. According to 1 Kings 6:38. The temple was built with immense wealth, beauty, and symbolism. The Holy of Holies, the inner sanctuary. Remember they said holy, holy, holy? The Holy of Holies, that's what the seraphim say, right? According to what we read up here. Where's the holy, holy, holy? They're often described, the seraphim are often described as surrounding God's throne, crying, holy, holy, holy. The Holy of Holies, the inner sanctuary where the Ark of the Covenant. They're surrounding God's crown saying, Holy, Holy, Holy. The Ark of the Covenant is called the Holiest of the Holies. Okay? That's where the inner sanctuary is, where the Ark of the Covenant was. The holy place is held the golden lampstand, table of showbread, and incense altar. Outer court for worshipers and sacrifice. I'm feeling like tarot card readers. Like, I'm hungry now. We need to come with a Snickers bar. When completed, the ark was brought in. The glory of the Lord filled the temple like a cloud. The first temple was destroyed in 586 BCE. The Babylonian king Nebuchadnezzar destroyed it. The Babylonian king. Tower of Babel. The towers. The second temple was built in 516 BCE. And then it was, listen, now I want you to pay attention here. After the Persians allowed the Jews to return, leaders like Zerubbabel and Ezra and Nehemiah rebuilt the temple, though less glorious than Solomon's. Now, Herod expanded on it in 20 BCE. So in between 516 and 20 BCE, must have been when they... What the fuck? Why do the numbers go down? I don't understand history like that. Alright. The first destruction. The final destruction. So the second temple got destroyed finally in 70 CE. Now remember, they keep telling us the years are off. Okay? The Romans destroyed the second temple during the Jewish revolt. Since then, the temple has not been rebuilt. Only the western wall remains. That's why they be all at that wall. Okay. So David's dream and Solomon's temple became symbols of God's dwelling among his people. Prophets later foretold of a future, more perfect temple, sometimes understood literally. A rebuilt temple in Jerusalem, other times spiritually, Messiah himself or other people of God as a living temple. Wow. Alright, let's talk about the Access Monday. Hello. Access Monday is going to be the last part I'm going to hit on. The Access Monday is the connection between heaven, earth, and the underworld. Think of it as the spiritual center or pole of the universe. You know how we got the North Pole, the South Pole? This is the center pole. It's in that temple, guys. It's a place where the divine and human worlds meet. Often represented as a tree, mountain, pillar, ladder, or temple. Common symbols of the Access Mundi is a tree of life or world tree, mountains, buildings, temples, cross, pillar, human body. Wow. It marks the center of the world in a spiritual sense. Serves as a meeting place between humans and the divine. It's used in rituals, pilgrimage, and sacred architecture to align people with the cosmos. Related to David and Solomon's temple. The temple in Jerusalem was seen as the Access Mundi for Israel, the place where heaven and earth touched. The Holy of Holies was the center, holding the ark where God's presence dwelled. Pilgrimage to the temple was a way of orienting life around that cosmic center. That I don't think it's deep, but it's kind of deep. So that's my little download for today on the Rapture Day, and I hope you all get to know what a rapture is. And I feel blessed to have seen, witnessed, or been part of a rapture myself. May you all fulfill your rapture-like journeys. I'm out. Peace. Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all hear my song before I go. What you talking about?
I'm going down, down, down. They don't see my fight. So my truth, but the weight of it keeps me up at night. Going down, I'm falling. Can't hold on, I'm crawling. I stood up, told the world what they did to me, but they flipped the script and called me the enemy. Said I'm lying, said I'm trying to get some pity. Now I'm losing everything, now this is killing me. Eviction notice on the door, can't sleep no more. Repo man took the car I was working for. Friends don't call, family acting like I'm cursed. Every truth I told feels like it made it worse. I'm going down, down, down. They don't hear my pain. Lost my house, lost my job, now I'm drowning in the rain. I'm going down, down, down. They don't see my fight. Told my truth, but the weight of it keeps me up at night. Going down, I'm falling. Can't hold on, I'm crawling. They didn't see the strength it took to speak your mind, but this world loves to crucify the ones who try. Don't you let them break you, don't you let them win. The storm may take it all, but you rise again. It's hard when they don't listen, when the pain's ignored, when you're screaming from the bottom and they close the door. Hold on, you're stronger than you even know. Even when you're going down, there's still room to grow. Ooh, ooh, what do I do when my truth feels like a curse? When my honesty keeps making my life worse. Keep fighting, you keep climbing, don't let go. Even in the darkest nights, let your light show. Oh, I'm going down, down, down. They don't hear my pain. Lost my house, lost my job, now I'm drowning in the rain. I'm going down, down, down. But I'll stand and fight, I'll stand and fight. Told my truth and down, down, down. They don't hear my pain. Lost my house, lost my job, now I'm drowning in the rain. I'm going down, down, down. But I'll stand and fight. Told my truth.
These dates are incredibly long. If that's the Lionsgate portal and the Lionsgate was actually 9/9, why does that say July? Weird. Alright, peace out, y'all. Thanks for checking me out. Remember, this will only be up for 12, 24 hours, just until I feel like the rapture is complete. Peace out.